Hey everyone, this is the biggest deal we've ever made. So any of you who's ever spent money on MOWG, and I mean since 2009, it is now 2023. Last week of October, this deal runs through the end of October. It's a week deal. It's a strong deal for 1 week. And here's what it is. We have reached a point now where all of the money that you guys have spent on us, you got whatever you got out of it, whether you use the tools or put them on a shelf and forgot about them, whether you found it kind of complex along the way, because these tools have been complex in the past to learn how to use. And some of you guys, you paid in, not sure whether you could do much with it or not. But for all of you guys who bought anything from us, right, add up all those receipts. Because what have you done for us? You've created this flagship product, this entire remote control system that we can now use to control hundreds, thousands of websites at a time. We want to be able to make that power available to you if you want it. So for all of you guys who ever thought I can handle a website if I can log into the admin panel and figure it out, and you found that our website admin panel was jitterbug easy. You remember when we always talked about it that way? It's not hard to learn at all. We never get questions about how to do things in the panel, really. Once in a while, it's like, where do you find something? But it's, oh, I see it now, and it's really easy to use. This remote control system means you don't even have to log into the admin panels, and it's pretty much as easy to use. And so it's just different tools, because instead of doing things one at a time, you're doing things broadly across a stack. But the remote control tools are powerful. So here's what it is. It's a flagship product. It's top of the game. There's nothing like it that we know of in America or anywhere else. I don't think there's one in Canada. I don't think there's one in the UK or Australia or New Zealand or anywhere English speaking anyway. But the idea that you can control as many websites for yourself, your clients, your downline, your friends, your franchises, whoever you want, is extremely cool, especially since you can do it cheaper than anyone else, any SEO agency, anyone else building websites. You can do it cheaper and easier. So we did the math. Anyway, here's what it is. The retail price of that tool is $25,000 a year to run it, which it's $25,000 a year or $2,500 a month. But let me come back to this. That's the retail, okay, the base price. You guys helped us build it. Some of you contributed more to make that happen. Some of you contributed less. We want to pay back proportionally to your contribution. So what we're saying is add everything up that you spent on us since the beginning, and you get to subtract it from that $25,000. And that'll take you down to wherever you're at. And take that, and the minimum we can go, we have to go to a minimum. We can't go any further than that, but I'll explain what it includes in a minute. The minimum is $3,500. You can't go less than $3,500 because there's just too much involved. It's too expensive because we have to do this for you. But anywhere from $25,000, say you did spend, what would that be? $22,500, $21,500. If you've spent as much as $21,500 on us since 2009, and you look up the receipts and see that, you can get access to the entire tool for $3,500 once or $350 a month. And this tool lets you control tons of websites in stacks, right? No limits. Right? Because if you use up all the space on the 3 servers that we assign for you, then we'll just get more servers and apply. So no limits. We want you to have the same power we have, use the same tools we use to be able to go as far as you want to go. And it's not too hard to do. It's not so techy at all. Matter of fact, you might have heard, well, there's 81 tools I have to learn. We don't use 81 of them anymore. Many of them are just older. We use something between 10 and 15 of those tools typically to do all the work. And the tools are these cool push buttons in many, many cases. So here's the point. For those of you that bought in to anything we have, if you want to get access to something like this for as low as $350 a month, just add up your receipts. Let us know what you got. If you spent $15K on us, that leaves $10K, which means $1,000 a month, or $10K. How cheap is it to run the websites after that all in? Okay. Well, you'll get your domains, okay? You'll buy however many domains you want to buy, however many websites you want to buy. If you're doing work for clients, price the domains into the work you do for them. Otherwise, if you're doing work for yourself, I mean, domains are nothing, right? $12.50 each. $12 each. They're really nothing. After that, though, how much are you going to spend? It's just going to be some content. We did the math. Running 100 websites per day costs less than $4.50 typically per day. You will literally spend less managing 100 websites than the cost of a 5-hour energy shot each day. Okay? That's how powerful this is. And if you want to get another 100 websites, fine. 2 energy shots per day. Okay? So you can do this for anything and everything you want. Whatever your dreams are, whatever your aspirations, however hard you want to push to make sites work for you, however much work you have for clients that they're paying you for, backlinking, internal linking, you get access to all of it. So, these tools are so cool. We have a push button in here for fixing HTTP links on the insides of source codes across thousands of pages at the click of a button. There are times you get HTTP : when it should be HTTPS : It's left over from old coding from years and years and years ago, just the kinds of files that programmers use. We have a push button to fix it all. So we have a push button for everything. And if you want to put visitor tracking onto the websites, you've got a push button, simple, easy way to do that. If you want to insert ads into the pages, you just put the domains here, put the links you want the clickable images to go to, decide if you want to include the pages that are in the menu or if you just want to be more subtle and have it in the deeper level pages. Decide what you want to say above and below your image. Literally, there's like a heading, H4 heading, and then a paragraph here, and then the image code in the middle. And then upload your stack of images, 1 or more. And the system is a zip file, and the system will cycle through them through the pages of those domains, including the menu links or not, pointing at your links, right? So you just created ads on what could be 100 domains times 100 pages each. You can spread those ads through all 10,000 pages with or without the menu pages as you desire, okay? And that's amazing because you can service across the nation, 100 major cities, or one client with 100 sites, or 10 clients with 10 sites each with their own images, Do you realize how cheap that is to do it this way? Because if they wanted to hire somebody else to get those images into the pages, then how's that going to be done for them, right? We can do anything we want. And the other thing that's extremely powerful that we can do, there are several things. We generate articles from here. You can cross-link content. You can hyperlink content, internally link content, manually link content, keyword link content. So you can link across your sites, creating the backlinks. So one way to rank is when you buy the site that you want to rank, you need domain rating and backlinks to make that site strong. So you never buy one site, you buy 10, and you use these 9 to make this one stronger. So you always buy 10, is the idea, because you're gonna need them to make this one strong enough, say, right? It's just an idea of how to think about it. So guess what though? If you can auto-generate the pages you want, and they're gonna be uniquely written for all 10 websites, you're gonna have 10 versions of that content all competing online. And not just that, but you can hit a couple of buttons to backlink through these stacks to make this super strong. And these stronger on the way up, right? Push button stuff in here. How much would you charge to do the work? It's a tremendous amount you could charge because it's like deep level backlinking. In other words, in paragraph links to the deep level pages of other sites, all one-way tiered backlinking, never reciprocal coming back down the ladder. So that is worth gold. Any company knows that that is 90%, 85 to 90% of what it takes to get on the front page of any keywords. And the fact that you can just do it in here at will is extraordinary. So what else do you get? Everything it takes. You get access to SpamZilla. So you can do a search for whatever keyword to pull up a bunch of domains, and you can filter for the results you want. Say, wow, these have domain rating. I'm picking these up, and I'm going to use the stronger ones to backlink the weaker ones, or the weaker ones to backlink the stronger ones, depending on your strategy of how high you want to go on the domain rating, or if you're aiming for keywords that are not that competitive, then you'll use the stronger ones to backlink the other ones to bring up their average strength so that they're more competitive across a stack of keywords, right? How's that? And they're all available at cheap price, and they all have good clean scores. So this is stupid not to buy if you're going in this direction. I would get that one and 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 that. If, what do we have here? 13 domains. And if they costed like 12 bucks each, you're talking maybe 150 bucks to buy them. 150. After that, smooth sailing because there are no more costs that you need, except for just the regular cost of content production. Guess what you have here? Inside the system, when you generate articles, you get to choose GPT 3.5, 3.5 Turbo, GPT-4 as you go. So that's simple. Cost is wholesale because it's going to come through your account. You just simply sign up, right? That's easy. And when you get in, you've got API keys. So we put them into your instance, right? So you can use your account. That way, there's no middleman cost. It's just you, okay? And that's cheap. Now, I mean, you're going to get access to SpyFu. So you'll be able to look up the keywords that do all this cool stuff. You know what's funny? This website has nothing to do with McDonald's, and yet, what time does McDonald's serve lunch? They made a page for it that's ranking #1 for a volume of virtually 3,000 clicks a month. It's 100 clicks a day, right? Well, that's the volume. Sorry, not 100 clicks, 100 visitors a day. So out of them, these guys get about 480 clicks a month, just off that one keyword. But while they get 480 clicks on that one, there's another term that they found they could rank for because, you know, low keyword difficulty and stuff. Hanger steak. They get like 320 clicks right now off of that. When does Wendy serve lunch? Another 320. You know, you don't need to know any of this information. I don't need to research anything I see here. I just export by copying the keywords to a clipboard and pasting it into Excel, putting in my list of domains, choosing the tone, a couple of other basic settings on the file. I mean, just choose the settings and upload it to the websites. Yeah, well, upload it in here for generating articles. Right here. That's it. I just upload the file and decide what version I want to use and hit go. And you know what? It does all the work. It creates the pages for you. Okay? So you get it from here to here. And if you go an extra mile, you copy the keywords, you come over here and you paste them in, then you'll get to know which are the low-hanging fruit, easiest to absolutely capture the fastest. So you know what you're going to win the fastest because this tool tells you where the low-hanging fruit is. With all in title versus others, whether the keyword's commercial intent or transactional or informational. So sort by informational, sort by the search volume, sort by the competition, sort by... I mean, it's stupid simple. Get rid of everything in your way and what you have left is the perfect stuff. Okay? So then you just upload that list of keywords times websites, and it'll write a page for every keyword onto each website totally uniquely every single time. No plagiarism. So if you have 10 domains and you say, write a page about, hello, where can I buy a tomahawk steak? You know, what time does lunch start at McDonald's? How long does salmon last in the fridge? Okay? Then the system will write a page for each of those things onto each of those websites for you while you're gone. Cheap, easy. And all those sites will come live. Then when you come back, what do you do next? You just hit the buttons for the linking, the cross-linking and the hyperlinking and stuff. Hit the button for creating the table of contents on every single page. Hit the button for creating the previous next links, right? Page to page. It's push button easy. Most of the stuff that you'll ever do in here is simple, okay? And that's amazing. So what do you wind up with? Something like, who knows, 33,000 visitors on your website. And if you do that, You know, you can put the ads into your pages for anything you want, right? And you just get to also watch it grow. Ahrefs, say with your site, you get to watch this happen, okay? You get to watch this thing rise through just crazy, crazy cool results, okay? You get to track it. And then you can look up trouble spots, you can fix them. If you were to look at errors and it said, oh, you've got problems in the coding, almost all of that will instantly just have a button for it. There's tag repair, there's fix canonical, fix tokens, fix toss links, HTTP, there's fix HTTPS, fix content, dot content, fix meta. Anything that's a problem, most of this is push button. Or you download an Excel file, make some changes you want, re-upload it to affect all the pages. Okay, this offer is good for the next week, right? This is like saying, come on guys, get through your clearance, hop it now. And this is for all of you guys who are hungering to have your access to literally what is probably the best remote control system for websites available in the nation. And I guarantee you're going to be able to operate it. If you have any questions, call me. I'll hop on remotely with you on Zoom if I have to. If you don't understand something over the phone or if it's complex, I'll get on with you. And we will literally get on your end and do it. Okay? If you have any issues with anything. What else are we including? The kind of queries that allow you to write pages for commercial intent or write pages for informational intent. So that as you're writing the pages, you're writing for the right kind of intent so Google's happy with that. What else? We'll show you how to do things like look up in Ahrefs. When you look at keywords, you can look up parent topics. And then once you have the parent topic, you can see all of the related keywords within that topic so that you can grab that list, run it through to figure out which are informational, which are commercial, and then take the results, put them in Excel along with the right queries and say go, and it'll write pages like that for each of your websites. And then go back through and do your backlinking routine. You were literally doing the work of months. If it was an SEO agency and they had 5 people or 3 people, say, assigned to some client's job, and that client had one website, the amount of work I'm talking about here takes time. So if you're talking about doing it across 10 websites with deep level backlinks and stuff, that takes time. WordPress websites do not communicate with other WordPress websites. They don't look across and go, where is the wording in my paragraph matching the browser titles in those other websites? They don't know how to do that. So you have to deep level backlink on your own, right? Most people give up on that. They don't even do it, which means it's so easy for you to get the huge competitive advantage. I want to put people through a webinar on this thing. Absolutely. Those of you who are buying in, I have to fly out of here on Wednesday. I'll be back on Monday. But I want you guys in and going. Those of you who get in now before October is over, I'm going to have a class for you. And we are literally going to walk through all this stuff. It takes like one day to learn the whole thing. I'm not kidding. It's easy. We'll record it. You guys can ask questions. I'll answer. I'm here for support. There is no reason in the world why any one of you should have any trouble running this if you want to. Okay? I'm trying to give back because I'm so thankful that you guys helped us build this and that we are sitting on top of the world in terms of the power. I've had people say, yeah, but will it work? And the answer is the tools are extraordinary. Anything you have in the way of strategy, anything you have in the way of ideas, you can do it all. Any guy who built the most popular websites with the greatest keyword traffic can walk in and go, I need to do A, B, and C. And the answer is, there it is. It's in the tool. There's nothing that tool cannot do that needs to be done. Okay? And there's plenty more to make your job stupid simple. So it's absolutely going to get you flying sky high. Okay. Just want to let you know that this is here. How does it work? Just get a hold of me, right? Let me know. Go back through your transactions. If you have to, guesstimate. I know, most of you guys, and I've got a pretty good idea what you guys have spent. But somewhere between PayPal, Stripe, wire transfers, just look this stuff up. And what we'll do is we'll knock it off of this. Some of you guys came in like for one package and maybe another as well. By the way, you know what else I want to count in this? I want to be clear. Do you remember when we first tried that locksmithing dispatch website stack and it didn't work out? Count that investment. How many of you bought a project for a bunch of websites, whether they worked out or not? Count that investment. How many of you guys got servers and domains and donated them to the cause? That allowed us to get some of the way to where we are today. Because as we used the tools, I'm going to come back to this. I haven't even looked at this in too long, but it's so valuable, right? We were able to create, do you remember, how many of you guys remember this stuff, right? We were able to create all of these reports showing how we were pushing websites up in rank. Some higher, some less high, because nobody paid us, but it was 2020, so we didn't know what else to do with our time other than prove the points. So we took all these companies and all these industries and cities large and small, right? And we did how many? I think it was like 700 companies spread across 80 cities, large and small. And for every industry, right? What was that? Like Happy Foot Doctor? Happy Foot Sad Doctor? I mean, we just drove them up in rank, got them all the way up to the first page or near it. You know, we weren't tracking exact results for everybody at that point because nobody was paying us, but we made our point. When you can take that many websites and make them all stronger like that, I mean, it's obvious. Well, that stuff exists today, but it's so much easier. Could you do something like this on your own if you wanted to? Yeah. Can you create a bunch of results and show the reports to people and justify your point and then they want to buy from you? Yeah. Because you'll have the ability to do it. You'll know exactly how. And remember, as you create backlinks from one website to the other, and you're doing the deep links, keyword to page, you're driving up the DR, but you're also driving up the individual keyword ranks for those pages, the URL ratings for those pages on those keywords. So it's killing both birds with one stone. As that happens, then the site gets stronger, so it shows up for more keywords. Aha, grab those keywords, run them through the filter, come back, create the pages on all the websites for them, and then do the tiered backlinking. Simple stuff. We'll do this together in class. We'll actually take some websites and sit down and do this stuff together. So we'll go at the same speed. I'll get some websites, you get some websites. Right? Once we have you set up, it'll just take a little while for us to set you up and ask you about your API codes. You'll give us, and we'll get that done. And then, so yeah, when I'm back, then for everyone who got into this here and now, we're going to sit down and take our websites and start creating winners. And you'll see that you can do it. And not just that, this kind of functionality can set you free. Because whether you're working for clients and or you are simply creating a whole lot of traffic, 33,000 clicks a month, you know, on your pages. Crazy, isn't it? That's more than 10,000 clicks a day, right? If you have your ads on pages where 10,000 people land every day, along with Google AdSense, right? Then whether people are renting that from you because they're amazed that you have that kind of traffic, or you're just doing it for yourself, like for your own affiliate things, ClickBank, you're selling stuff as an affiliate, anything you want to put out there, and you can mix and match them. Like I said, the idea of insert ads is that you can put more than one link. You can use more than one image. You can have more than one phrase for your heading in your paragraph. And when you submit, all this stuff gets worked through. Okay, so you can literally test a few different things and see what's the better choice and all that stuff, right? This is great. And this goes for everyone. This is DML stuff. This is website flipping club stuff. It's your way to be able to upgrade into the greatest version of what you've got. So anywhere from 25K minus whatever you spent down to a level of 3,500. Then whatever that number is that we land at, it's either that much or 1/10 of it each month. Okay? So like 5,000 or 500 a month. Okay? 8,000 or 800 a month. Yeah. 3,500 or 350 a month. Okay? That is my way of helping you in what is our absolute best core competence capacity. Okay. And then befriend anybody you want to work with and tag team with them. Anyone who knows SEO, anyone who's good at, landing some clients, calling as soon as you have some traffic. There is no reason you can't make yourselves tons of money with this. And we're not getting commissions. This is just you doing it for yourself on as many websites for as many purposes as you want. So aside from the cost of running this thing, running 100 websites, like I said, is domain names for 100 websites. You're talking about like $1,250. That's true. But once you have it, then running, and that's if you get 100. Okay, you can start with 2 and this will be valuable. But work your way up the ladder. You want 500 websites? Go for it. You want to do a job for yourself and then hire some other ones out to guys who want to pay you to do the work for them? Do it. You want to do a few for yourself and set it up as demos to show the other guys to start pulling in requests? Yeah, and then you can set your prices where you want. One more thing that makes this incredibly, incredibly valuable. Actually, 2. Control F. Images. I want to show you something. Generate images. I want to show you how easy it is. Inner images are images that belong to the inside pages of your website. Not your front page, the big images like the banner image and the service boxes, but just as you create content, whatever it is. How does a hamburger taste? Any kind of content, whatever the keywords are, right? You can choose if you want to generate the image from OpenAI or Pixabay. Okay? Submit. And it will create images onto your pages for you, all those internal pages. So if you created 10,000 pages, this tool will put 10,000 images up on those pages, right? Without you having to do a thing except put the domains in here, choose your source, hit the button. Okay? For OpenAI, standard rates apply. For DALL-E 2, but it's no big deal. And then for Pixabay, it's all free. Okay? And that way you're easily generating images in all your pages, on the internal pages, right? Otherwise, what about the front page? Oh, the big banner image and the service boxes and stuff. We do that gratis for you, even if it's 100 domains. Perfectly free, just ask. Okay? Because we are really good at that. We can generate tons of images for all of our templates. We know the right widths and heights for every template we have. It's all mapped out. Very easy for us to create totally unique, top quality, second gen images for your websites for you if you want any help with that. And when we do it, you can simply tell us, hey, it's for this company, and use their brand name or whatever, and we can do that. We can incorporate that nicely into the images so it looks good. Okay? We'll handle all that for free. That's part of the package. So you'll get the cPanel for free. All of your domains, it's covered on the cPanels. You'll get the AWS server access for free. You'll get the tool accesses so that you can do everything, including reviewing your progress and seeing where you need to make any changes, be able to make them. And if you have any questions, you ask me, because it's all automated. It will be easy to fix anything for you. The other thing that comes with that is you'll have access to the templates, right? So whenever we do upgrades into any of the templates, you can do it. Do you know that we have the welcome pop-up for all the pages? You can flip them on and off for all the pages you want. You can do that with the welcome pop-up. You just, again, if you got any questions, download the sample file, right? There's a sample file for everything. You can put an exit pop-up. You can put a call to action. And do you know what else? You can set the credits for people to use their own ability to generate content onto their websites if you want to give them access to the admin panels. Okay, so I'll show you how all that works. It's very easy. We'll do as many classes as it takes to cover all of you. If any of you have to just do it on a strange time with me and it winds up being you and me, I don't mind at all. I love showing people how to take care of themselves with stuff like this. The power is absolutely insane. And so I'm very happy and excited to be able to share this with anyone who's been dying to rise to the highest level, bootstrap themselves to the top, to the highest level of what they can possibly do, and we'll do it. And if any of this looks scary for you, don't forget, you're not going to use many of these. You'll just use a handful of these. Most of the stuff we do in here is simple. You see link pages. Does that look complex? Just put in the domains and hit submit. It does itself. That's the previous next links through all the websites, right? What about add table of content? Ooh, that's where you get the shortcuts to all the headers on the page. Different for every page, right? Paste in the domains. Decide if you wanted to use the menu pages or not, and if it goes on the non-menu pages or not, or if you want to remove, and hit submit. And it creates them all for you, literally in seconds, across thousands of web pages, right? This stuff lets you produce and backlink and remove, edit, append. If you want to add more content to pages, if you want to download the stats of pages to see which pages have too few words, too few internal links, too few backlinks, you can download all the pages at once, just put in the domain names and it'll give you the whole thing in Excel. And you can sort by the columns, like word count per page. So you can decide if any of the pages are too short and you should either rewrite them or append to them, your choice. But the point is, that way you can make sure none of your pages are too short. You didn't want to look through 10,000 pages to figure that out, right? Like if GPT's writing and it happens to write a couple of times short, you don't want to have to actually scroll through all 10,000 pages to find that out, do you? You don't need to. You can download all those stats instantly. What if you don't have enough internal links? You must have created more pages after you ran the internal link function before, so now you know to go back and run it again. What if you want to submit the sitemaps to Google? Do you have to go anywhere to do it? No, it's right here. This works. Put in your 100 domains or 200 domains or 500 domains or 2 domains or 1 domain and hit submit, and it takes care of that for you. Okay? We even created tools for generating and updating the sitemaps if they weren't there. Actually, I should do it this way, shouldn't I? Oh, boy. Yeah, generating and updating sitemaps and taking care of sitemaps even within subdomains, kind of advanced. You're probably not going to use it. You don't really need it. But we have all of this stuff. And for those of you who have a reason to use anything here, you got a question, I don't care. Let me know. Because it's easy. All right? This is huge. We debated for a long time whether we would let anyone have access to these tools, but we're gonna. You guys made it possible for us to have access to these tools. We're gonna make it possible for you, proportionate to the degree that you made this possible. That way everyone gets equal treatment. The amount they spent, they get to deduct off that retail price all the way down to $3,500. And at that point, we have to hold you to it because there are costs. 3 Amazon servers is $6,660 a year. And that's the servers. You have server tech at your beck and call because we have our server tech and it's covered by your expense on this system. You have no other expense except for domain names. So you just go look up a few that have, they're already out of the sandbox. They already have links. There's already backlinks registered and so on. So just get those, right? Now that you know what they are, copy this list, go to GoDaddy, paste it in the bulk buy, make sure all that stuff lines up right, bulk buy it, right, off your shopping cart. And then just bulk set the name servers, third, so that you can spread them across our 3 servers, which won't affect you at all. But what it means, because the tool works on the websites remotely, but what it means is that not all of your domains are on one IP subnet. Google doesn't care once it sees 2 or 3, but it does care if they're all on one. So by spreading them out, then you've already solved that problem and it's not in your way anymore. Okay? This is everything you need. All right, I guarantee that if you just try, if you follow our instructions, there is no reason that you cannot make this thing hugely successful for you and make a lot of money with it, simply because it does everything you need and it's not too technical. It really isn't anymore. Got any questions? Let me know. I'll help you through it. All right. Yeah, so like I say, the good nuggets in there are go back and look up everything you've ever spent on our stuff since 2009. You might be more than you think. And see what kind of a discount you can get off of that. And then contact me. Give me a call or text me or email me. Let me know. And say, hey, here's where I'm at. I'm not going to be overly emphatic about checking your receipts. I have a pretty good idea where many of you guys are anyway, who've shown and expressed interest in this. But whatever. I mean, it's as simple as, yeah, show me your list, and that's like, I bought all this stuff, right? And we'll work forward from there. And if you're in doubt, if you think, I'm not really sure, what can I get? Get a hold of me. I really want to help all you guys out who've helped us out in one way or another. I mean, so everything you did, include it. Like I said, even when you were running servers and donating domains to the cause, all that stuff should get included. Okay, talk to you soon. And the last thing I want to say for those of you who wonder, what if you want this, but you don't have the time or the willingness to run it on your own? Can you transfer the rights? In other words, can you hire another guy like off Fiverr or Upwork? Can you hire somebody to manage these projects and I can teach them in lieu of you? Yeah, absolutely. So why not? You can hire somebody else. They'll learn this thing in a handful of hours. It really doesn't take long. So if you're paying them, I don't know what you're paying them, $10 an hour, $8 an hour, because you really want them to focus, talking to 80 or 100 and they'll be masters of the software. Okay, I'll make sure of it. And then what? Then they can start doing their work. We'll include all the queries for how you produce pages that have commercial intent, all the queries for how you produce them using informational intent. We'll show you how to append to pages, everything. It's not hard. So anything at any point is easy enough for you and or whoever it is that you're going to hire to hop in and do this stuff for you or with you. Up to you. Okay, this is a huge tool. I want to make it available to as many of you as possible. So yeah, come on, let's get this thing going. Those of you who jump on board with this, you can do a terrific amount so fast. Just in case you forgot, a website that can be built in a couple of months, build up in just some months. They start the content in May. They hit their peak in September. They're still holding their peak in October. Some months is worth what kind of money? It's worth, 33,000 searches a month. If that's even like $1 a person worth or half $1 a person worth, you're talking about 15,000 to 30,000 value of the traffic per month. So if you sold that for 10 times over, which typically it's 20 times over, what does that mean? That you can get back, 100,000, 150,000 for building something like this up. Okay. So the cost and time it takes you to build this up is peanuts, right? A website like this has about 300 pages on it. It won't even cost you $300 to build that. It'll cost you less. And as a matter of fact, it'll cost a lot less, believe it or not, because I'm still watching GPT 3.5 and 3.5 Turbo work for quality page production. I keep thinking it's going to end soon, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, so you've got time right now to squeeze in on those cheap page productions that are good enough to drive the value up, to flip your money over so many times over, right? And then pop out for the next round. And so, yeah, we go over this stuff all the time. I'm sure you guys know that there are places where you can sell websites off, right? And that websites do sell for a lot of money. They sell for a terrifically lot of money because usually it's about 30 times over. I'll do that later. 30 times over the monthly net profit is what the sales price would be. If you want to make your website sell really, really fast, just list it for 10 or 20 times over. That way you'll get the sale quick because it's, undervalued, and then run back and do some more sites with that money. Go back, buy more domains. Do the keyword research on them, do the filtering for the keyword research, and then turn around and create the pages, shove them up, make them work, and then put them up for sale. And this is just one side example of where to sell websites. You can sell websites direct to whatever vendor that if you went to ClickBank or something and got yourself affiliate links, then if you're selling their stuff and they're seeing you as a super affiliate, they're going to want to talk turkey if you're thinking about selling them the entire website. They really can give you a lot of money up front. And the reason you would do that is to make money faster than you can make it. Instead of making just your monthly money, you're able to sell it for 10 months worth of money paid today, right? And then you can run back and do some more work that'll create some more power websites that you can sell off just as fast. These guys that do this stuff a lot. They do it fast and hard, and it's really interesting to watch them. And so all I'm saying is you have the power to easily outdo them, because even they have to do it one website at a time, but not you. You can do 10, 20, 50, 100 websites at a time. Okay. I cannot wait to see who's going to be in the class, who I'm going to be training, how powerful you're going to get, how powerful you're going to be kicking off 2024 with this level of tool. And updates and stuff that we add in are going to be put into the tool. You'll get access to them as long as they're within the scope of the tool, right? Or in the case of template updates, right? You're going to get access to that because we automatically give everyone access to the template updates. So you're going to have that. So your clients will be able to do new things all the time. Like when we incorporated newsletters for API keys, that made that available to you. When we incorporated payment buttons, made that available to you. Incorporated the pop-up models and the CTA, made that available to you. Incorporated the visitor tracking functionality, made that available to you. You'll be able to do that in here too. You can download reports. You can take the reports and give them to the clients if you have clients, right? Or just read them yourself for your own good, to know what you want to do. So yeah, it's incredible. You're literally able to do the work of an entire SEO agency, 30 times faster. Okay, hope you found that interesting. I really can't wait to see you when we get this thing going. Okay. So I've got it open. Again, this is through the end of October, and then I take this video down, okay? It's a huge deal. Don't miss out. It's my way of paying you back for everything you've ever done for me since 2009, okay? All right. See you then.